Hi everyone, welcome back to the Grape Explorer. You must excuse my outfit, I've just finished my shift over at Santa's workshop getting things ready for this year. But how could I not do a quiz at Christmas? If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm the Grape Explorer. I do wine education, product reviews and lots of wine tastings, and today I'm feeling festive. Although I do appear a bit like a festive Jedi, I will take this off. Today we're going to go through 10 Christmas related wine questions to see what your knowledge of wine and Christmas is like. So let's not hesitate, let's jump straight into question number 1. Mulled wine is popular at Christmas. Who is recorded as having drunk it first? Is it A, the Greeks? Is it B, the Egyptians? Is it C, the Romans? Or is it D, the Persians? If you don't know your history when it comes to mulled wine, it came about with a certain group of people, who I won't reveal just yet, adding fruit into the glasses of wine just to create it and make it that little bit more fruity. Those were the beginnings of mulled wine, and of course over years it's become more and more popular. It's lovely drunk warm, that's how we enjoy it. You know, picture carol singers enjoying a glass of mulled wine. And it's actually first come about thanks to the Romans. So if you've gone for answer C, you've got that one correct. Okay, question number 2, and a little bit of history about St. Nicholas. If St. Nicholas had a bottle of wine, it might have been from his local wine region. Where is this? Is it Burgundy in France? Is it Almaly in Turkey? Is it Banat in Romania? Or is it Lapland in Finland? Probably one you can discount immediately there. There's not going to be a lot of wine grown in Lapland. It might be a little bit too cold to get those berries to ripen. But the other ones are all perfectly plausible, aren't they? So where is St. Nicholas actually from? Well, he's actually from Turkey, so if you've gone for answer B, Almaly, Turkey, you've got that one correct. Moving on to a nice warming wine drink from Europe now. What ingredients traditionally make up Gluhwein? Is it red wine, lime and apple? Is it just heated through red wine? Is it gin and sugar? Or is it red wine, sugar and cinnamon? Not too dissimilar to mulled wine really, perhaps with the addition of spices instead of fruits, although mulled wine is quite spiced in itself. Across Europe you tend to get variants on this, you know, I think of Vin Chaud in France, Gluhwein of course here, mulled wine, Glug if you're in the Baltics. They're all a variant on the traditional classic. And in this case the answer is D, it's red wine, sugar and cinnamon. Right, question number 4. Question about my favourite part of Christmas, the food. What is traditionally drizzled over a Christmas pudding and set alight? Is it A, brandy? Is it B, red wine? Is it C, gin? Or is it D, port? You really need to think about what's actually going to go up in flames when you set light to it here. I'm not sure red wine has quite got the alcohol content, neither has port, so it's going to be either gin or brandy. I don't know if gin would actually taste nice on a Christmas pudding, so thankfully the answer is A, it is brandy. Right, moving on to question 5. Just jingle my bells there quickly. I do like this top. Okay, many enjoy champagne to start the festive day, but what Italian sparkling wine is made in the champagne method? Is it Prosecco? Is it Franciacorta? Is it Lambrusco? Or is it Cremant d'Italia? Made one of those up. See if you can guess which one. When I say made in the traditional champagne method, what we mean by that of course is fermentation in bottle. And although we've got Prosecco on here, that tends to be in the tank method rather than the traditional method. But Franciacorta is the correct answer, so that's B. Question number 6 then. A very traditional Christmas drink here. Eggnog is a famed festive drink that's very popular at Christmas. But which winemaking country did it originate in? Is it France? Is it the UK? Is it the USA? Or is it Argentina? Now, a couple of years back when this channel was just but a baby, I did a video where I made some eggnog. I have linked that one down below for you to go and take a look at. And I did talk a little bit about the history of eggnog in that video. And it was really an abundance of eggs and sugar in the United States that led to eggnog being created, where they added some rum that they had picked up on their travels. So the answer there is C, the United States of America. Question 7, a little bit of a cheese and wine pairing question for you. Cheese and wine is always popular at Christmas. What would be the classic match with blue cheese? Would it be a dry white wine, a bold red wine, a sparkling red wine, or a sweet wine? So blue cheese, probably need to think about the taste qualities of blue cheese before we start to think about which wine would be the perfect match for it. Blue cheese, of course, can be quite salty in taste, and therefore you want to match something, in this case, that's in opposition to that. And the best thing to match salt is, of course, sweet, and the perfect match for blue cheese would be a sweet wine. That's answer D. Question 8, we're moving on to Christmas cocktails now. Which liqueur forms the basis of the classic Christmas cocktail, the Snowball? Is it gin, Kahlua, Advocaat, or Pernod? All of which I have enjoyed at Christmas time. Often mixed together, that's what Christmas can end up being like, a little bit messy. A snowball isn't something I particularly enjoy, and that's because I'm not a big fan of the main component in a snowball, which is Advocaat, answer C. Okay, moving on to question number 9. This is a fortified wines question. Which fortified wine is aged in wood and is commonly labelled 10, 20 or 30 years? Is it Tawny Port? Is it Pedro Jimenez Sherry? Is it Fino Sherry? Or is it late bottled vintage port? Everyone enjoys a sherry or a port at Christmas. I myself am a port man when it comes to Christmas time. I can easily get through quite a lot of it, and I always pick out this particular style of port to enjoy at Christmas as well. That's Tawny Port, and that's answer A. And finally, for all you Charles Dickens literature types out there, question number 10. In A Christmas Carol, Bob Cratchit and Scrooge drink a smoking bishop, but what is it made up of? Is it brandy and port? Is it port and gin? Is it red wine and port? Or is it red wine and brandy? Again, all of those combinations sound alright to me. I'm sure there are cocktails named after all of those combinations. But the correct answer, and the drink that was enjoyed between Cratchit and Scrooge, was the smoking bishop made up of red wine and port. So that's answer C. So there we are, 10 QUIZmas questions, which I hope did test your knowledge. I hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas. Best wishes for the season from the Grape Explorer, and look forward to seeing you all again soon. Cheers.